When it comes to building a gaming PC, most people focus on the graphics card, but your CPU plays just as important a role. A solid processor doesn't just boost your average FPS, it helps with smooth frame pacing, snappy game responsiveness, and efficient power usage. In this video, we're ranking the top 6 gaming CPUs for 2025, from affordable workhorses to top-tier performance kings. Whether you're building a budget-friendly rig or going all-in, there's something here for every type of gamer. All products mentioned are linked in the description, so let's get started. Number 6. Intel Core i5-12400F. If you're building a gaming PC on a tight budget, the Intel Core i5-12400F is still one of the smartest picks going into 2025. Even though it first launched as part of Intel's 12th Gen Alder Lake lineup, this chip continues to offer great value for entry-level and mid-range builds. You're looking at 6 performance cores and 12 threads with no efficiency cores. That might sound like a drawback, but for gaming, especially at 1080p, this setup is more than enough. The 12400F handles popular titles like Apex Legends, Valorant, and CS2 with ease, delivering stable frame rates and smooth gameplay, even when paired with modest GPS. It's a natural fit for cards like the RX 7600 or the RTX 4060, giving you a balanced build that won't bottleneck your performance. And thanks to its relatively low power draw, usually under 90 watts, you won't need a heavy-duty cooler or a beefy PSU. It runs cool and stays quiet, which is a bonus in smaller cases. Overall, if you're gaming at 1080p, don't care about overclocking, and want a chip that just works without extra fuss, the 12400F is a reliable, cost-effective option that still holds its own. Number 5. AMD Ryzen 5 7600X. Sitting in that sweet spot between affordability and performance, the AMD Ryzen 5 7600X is a solid choice for gamers who want strong results now and room to grow later. Based on AMD's Zen 4 architecture, it brings 6 cores and 12 threads to the table, with impressive single-core performance and boost clocks that reach up to 5.3 GHz. That makes it especially well-suited for high FPS 1080p gaming, with many sports titles, think Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, or Valorant, easily pushing past 200 FPS when paired with a mid-range GPU. It also holds up well in more demanding games, delivering consistent frame pacing and responsiveness. The 7600X is built on the AM5 platform, which means you get access to PCIe 5.0 and DDR5 memory, a big plus if you're aiming for a longer upgrade cycle. And while it's not a powerhouse for multi-threaded tasks, it's more than capable for casual streaming, background apps, or light editing work. Another bonus is the inclusion of RDNA2 integrated graphics, which can be a lifesaver if your GPU is delayed or you're waiting for the right deal. The only real drawback is the overall platform cost. DDR5 memory and AM5 motherboards can push the build price higher than expected. But pair it with the RX 6700 XT or RTX 4070, and you've got a gaming setup that's fast, modern, and ready for future upgrades. Number 4. Intel Core i5-14600K. For gamers looking to push their builds a little further without jumping into flagship pricing, the Intel Core i5-14600K is a strong contender. Built on Intel's hybrid architecture, it features 14 cores total, 6 performance cores, and 8 efficiency cores, giving it serious multitasking chops without losing focus on gaming. This chip performs exceptionally well in both 1080p and 1440p gaming. And in many titles, it comes within a few frames of the i7-14700K despite costing significantly less. Boost clocks can hit up to 5.3 GHz, which translates into quick load times, smooth frame pacing, and minimal input lag, especially in CPU-heavy games like Total War, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or Cities Skylines 2. It also pulls double duty for users who like to stream, record gameplay, or run background tasks while gaming. And if you're into tweaking, the 14600K is unlocked and overclock friendly, making it a solid choice for enthusiasts who want to squeeze out more performance. One trade-off to keep in mind is power consumption. Under full load, it can pull 150 watts or more, which means you'll want to use a capable cooler, preferably a 240mm AIO or a quality tower air cooler. What makes the 14600K especially attractive is its support for both DDR4 and DDR5, giving you more flexibility with your build budget. It pairs well with GPUs like the RTX 4070 Super or RX 7800 XT, making it a balanced option for high-refresh 1440p setups. If you're a gamer who also creates content or mods games, This chip hits that performance sweet spot without the premium price tag. Number 3. AMD Ryzen 99950X3D. At number 3, the AMD Ryzen 99950X3D is all about pushing high-end gaming to the limit. Built on the new Zen 5 architecture, this 16-core, 32-thread chip features AMD's latest 3D V-cache technology, stacking a massive 192 megabytes of AL3 cache right on the die to accelerate gaming performance in ways that raw clock speed alone can't. That extra cache pays off especially in CPU-bound titles or games with large open worlds. Whether you're gaming at 1440 or 4K Ultra settings, the 9950X3D consistently pulls ahead of the Intel Core i9-14900K in real-world scenarios, especially in games like Starfield, Horizon Forbidden West, and Spider-Man Remastered. Despite its high core count, the chip is surprisingly efficient. Average power draw stays under 130 watts thanks to smart power management and the stacked cache design. But it does run hot under prolonged gaming loads, so proper cooling, preferably a 360mm AIO or premium air cooler, is strongly recommended. One limitation to note, like other X3D chips, overclocking is restricted, so it's not aimed at tuners or those who want to manually tweak every setting. But for plug-and-play performance, it delivers elite-level frame rates out of the box. To really make the most of it, pair the 9950X3D with a high-end GPU like the RTX 4080 Super or RX 7900XTX. It's not a budget chip, but if you want the best performance AMD has to offer in 2025, this is it. Number 2. AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. Despite being part of the previous generation, the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D continues to dominate gaming benchmarks in 2025, and it's not hard to see why. With 8 cores and 16 threads, this Zen 4 chip is enhanced by 3D V-cache, delivering standout gaming performance that still rivals newer CPS. In fact, it consistently outperforms the 7950X, a more expensive 16-core chip, in most gaming workloads. The secret lies in that extra L3 cache, which improves memory latency and helps games run smoother, especially in titles that are CPU-sensitive. From Elden Ring and Starfield to Cyberpunk 2077, the 7800X3D excels at maintaining high frame rates and delivering exceptional 1% lows, which directly impacts how smooth your gameplay feels during heavy scenes. It's also incredibly efficient. Unlike high core count processors, the 7800X3D runs comfortably on mid-range air coolers, with relatively low heat output and modest power draw. That makes it a great fit for compact or quiet builds. This chip pairs especially well with GPUs like the RTX 4070 Ti or the RX 7900 GRE, hitting the sweet spot for 1440p and even 4K gaming, depending on your settings. Just keep in mind that it has lower base clocks, so it's not ideal for heavy multitasking or CPU-intensive productivity. But if your primary focus is gaming and only gaming, the 7800X3D is hard to beat. It's also built on the AM5 platform, so future upgrade paths are open if AMD continues to support it with new chips in the coming years. Number 1. AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D. Taking the top spot is the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D, the current king of gaming CPS in 2025. Built on AMD's latest Zen 5.5 architecture, this chip features 8 cores and 16 threads, just like the 7800X3D, but with several key improvements that give it the edge where it counts. The 3D V-cache layout has been updated for better thermal efficiency, addressing one of the few limitations of the previous generation. As a result, the 9800X3D runs cooler and delivers smoother performance, especially during extended gaming sessions. It also brings higher boost clocks and improved IPC, instructions per clock, translating to better real-world results in nearly every modern title. Whether you're playing fast-paced shooters or large-scale RPGs, the 9800X3D maintains ultra-high frame rates with consistent 1% lows, even at 1440p and 4K resolutions. In terms of raw numbers, expect around a 5 to 10% performance uplift over the 7800X3D, which is already no slouch. What's impressive is that it achieves this while maintaining the same TDP, making it both quiet and power-efficient under load. To get the most out of this chip, pair it with a top-tier GPU like the RTX 4080 Super or the RX 7900XTX together, They deliver elite performance with minimal compromises. Yes, it's expensive, but for gamers who want the absolute best gaming experience available right now, without diving into workstation-class CPUs, the Ryzen 7 9800X3D is the one to beat. No matter your budget or build goals, there's a CPU on this list that fits your needs, from entry-level gaming to top-tier performance. All the products mentioned are linked in the description if you want to learn more. Keep future upgrades in mind when choosing your platform. Let us know in the comments which CPU are you going with for your next build. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.